Okay, hi guys, this is Best Boomer back with you. 94 degrees out right now, back in Surprise, and it's a little after 10. Please like and share and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate that because I'm trying to get my numbers up there, and I made a goal of not stopping until I reached around 150 videos, and I think I'm somewhere around 50. So, but anyway, consider subscribing. Today, I'm going to talk about books. I don't know if any of you know, but I'm a voracious reader. I generally have at least two going, and sometimes more than that. And I'm going to just briefly talk about four. I just finished two of these books. It took me a long time to get the first one read. The first one's called Moody Bitches. It's by Dr. Julie Holland, and I first heard about it on Dr. Radio. I'm always listening to that. Most of the books I read are nonfiction, and they're generally about, people coming through hardships and rising above those and doing well. And this one is not really like that. It's this doctor, she's a psychiatrist, and she goes through women's hormone fluctuations down to the nth degree, which makes it very, very interesting. She's explaining PMS and just what's happening, and it's a pretty thick book. She goes into great detail about the problems females face in today's work world, and doing it all, and in the process staying healthy and trying to get their sleep and all of that. And she has the most in-depth descriptions of antidepressants, sleep aids, appetite suppressants, really gives you the ins and outs of the side effects, the dosages, the tapering off, if you would want to get off of them. And, she cautions against people really taking medications to smooth out all of their anxieties or unhappiness, because some of that is just part of life. But, you and I know there are clinical cases where people really do need medications, and you don't always get a good handle on it from talking to, certainly not your family doctor, and sometimes not even a psychiatrist, because they don't have time to go into all the ins and outs of the medication they're prescribing. They just want to give you a pill and you take it. So she does all of that in a very interesting way, and she sets it up so you can use it as a good reference later. And I had never really heard of some of these things that she talks about. So it's you can get it on Amazon. If I have time, I'll do some links below, but it's Moody Bitches by Dr. Julie Holland, and it's, I would say, the best book out there on those issues. Okay, the next one, I finished this one in like a day. It's called Keto for Life, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with the keto diet. I really wasn't. There's so many diets out there, and I'm not even sure. I might have seen this on YouTube. It kind of piqued my interest just for the fun of it, and so I got this book, and I've since ordered another one just to read about it and read about the science of ketosis. That's what your body goes into when you're leading a very low carbohydrate life, which is not me at the present time. I love carbohydrates. Cupcakes are my favorite food. As anybody who knows me knows that. And I love bread and pastas and those things too. So, but this goes into, like I say, what ketosis is. It's when your liver is actually breaking down your fats and using them for energy instead of, sugars that are usually readily available in people's bodies because they eat so many sugars and carbohydrates. But and there are some, ketosis is a real thing, and there are some, feelings when your body first goes into that might be a little unpleasant, like being tired, but your body turns it around and gets used to it. And it's apparently a very, very good way to drop some weight quickly. And it is something that you could stay on for a very long time. Now, what was so interesting with this book is the recipes look good enough that I'd want to try them whether or not I'm on a keto diet. So that's a big plus. They're kind of fun. I have tried, zoodles, zucchini made into noodles. And actually we had that one night and Rick really liked that. And, zucchini is one of those things that takes the flavor of whatever you put on it, kind of like noodles. So it's really versatile. The other thing they use a lot of is cauliflower, and they rice it, making it in kind of the form of rice. And again, you can cook that with about anything and make it a delicious meal. So me being adventuresome, and I do like to try new things. And Rick, I told him about it and I showed him some of it. And if you know Rick, he's meat and potatoes all the way and nothing exotic like Chinese food or anything like that. But I'm going to try some of these on him, and I bet he'll like them. They really look delicious. So that's my new goal there, is to try out that keto diet. And again, it's a learning thing. I just love to learn new things, and that was a fun book to read. That you can get on Amazon too. The next one is The Upside of Being Down, and that's by Jen Gotch. And basically, it took her a long time to be diagnosed bipolar, and so she had difficulties as a kid, difficulties growing up, and she was like in her 20s before she got diagnosed. And I'm just getting into that one, so I can't tell you how it ends, except I can say that she's a very successful individual and has overcome, any limitations that the mental health issues presented. So I'm enjoying reading that. And then the last one I just started, and it's How to Destroy America in 3 Steps. This one's by Ben Shapiro, and many of you might not know him. Some of you hate him. Why, I can't figure out. He's one of my favorite people who's on the media. He's been banned from some colleges because he's conservative. I hear people say, oh no, they only ban hate speech. No, they ban conservative speakers, right and left. And he's one of them. But if you listen to him, he's extremely intelligent, fast talking, fast on his feet. I wouldn't want to argue with him. You'd lose every time. I don't care. There'd be very few people who could carry on a conversation with him and be able to make points that really would win the debate, because Ben Shapiro is very, very smart. And just getting into the book, I can't wait to get it all read. I could probably do a whole video on this particular book, because it's telling you, how America right now is being torn down. And I've not heard that just from him. I've heard it from others too. And as you can probably see, just watching the news, whether it's Fox or CNN, if you're watching CNN, that to me is fake news, very, very bent to the liberal side, beyond bent. But, you see all these protests, and not the protests per se, but the looting and the rioting. And those aren't, they're not the blacks out there for Black Lives Matter, although that might have started it to give them kind of a foot in the door. But now it's taken on a whole new meaning, and it's tearing our country down. And it's trying to disarm the police department, defund it. This is not the world that I want to live in. nor I would think anybody would want to live in, even the liberals. So I'm anxious to read the whole book. And like I say, he makes so much sense that, I would urge anybody and everybody to read it and just see, what they think, and then you can make your own judgment. But I might actually do a video on it when I get through it and can articulate the 3 specific things that he's talking about that is tearing America down right now. So those are my books. They're all available on Amazon, and there's nothing better than picking up a good book to read. You learn so much, and it passes the time, and I love it. So this is Bess Boomer. I'll let you go, and please like and share, and please consider subscribing if you would. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.